This moment, Prime Minister Modi there receiving Sheikh Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the president of UAE, at the airport. Those are the visuals we're getting you at Republic as Prime Minister Modi now receives a UAE president. In fact, so those are the visuals of Prime Minister. In fact, New Delhi laying a red carpet there for the ceremonial welcome for the UAE President. Prime Minister Modi, in fact, happens to be present himself to receive a UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Remember, this comes as a part of Prime Minister Modi trying to extend outreach to West Asia as well. All right, Senior Executive Editor Abhishek Kapoor joins me on this. Abhishek, do tell us, how do you look at this? Prime Minister Modi extending a warm greeting to UAE President. Talks a lot about the ties between New Delhi as well as UAE.
Well, and this, the warmth that exists between the two leaders permeates down to the level of national bureaucracies and, of course, the people at large, because with about 3.5 million strong diaspora, Indian diaspora in the United Arab Emirates, the kind of two-way relationship that exists on the ground is something which the two leaders have really carried forward. And so that's, for example, this is the fifth visit of the UAE president in the last 10 years. Last three of them as president, and of course before that as crown prince, and that really gives you an idea of the a kind of connect he has established, or the two leaders have established between each other, Prime Minister Modi and the UAE president to be coming. Of course, this is a working visit for a few hours. He has landed now, and after the delegation level talks, he would be flying back. But the fact that Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan has been to India 5 times during the time that Prime Minister Modi has been there at the helm shows the kind of engagement that's really happened between the two sides. The UAE, of course, is the third largest trading partner of India, second biggest trading export destination, so to say, and $100+ billion of trade that exists between the two sides. And remember, for example, for $100+ billion trade, if you look at it, apart from China and the United States, we have that kind of relationship with European Union. Nation-wise, UAE comes next. That's third. So despite being a small country there, the kind of trade relationship we have, tremendous amount of export there, that sort of makes the bedrock. I would rather say the people-to-people connect forms the bedrock on which the trade relationship is built, historical trade relationship is built. So I think the two leaders would be discussing the whole gamut of issues, strengthening the bilateral aspect. And of course, we cannot forget the fact that this is happening in a certain backdrop of geopolitical tensions. Look at these pictures, Prime Minister, the kind of warmth with which he has met Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the kind of the diplomacy for which Prime Minister Modi is now known, and extending that. He does that with very few leaders, maybe half a dozen odd in the world, and the UAE president happens to be one of them. So I think the geopolitical backdrop that I was talking about, which includes the situation in the Middle East with the Gaza peace plan, on which President Trump has made an invitation to Prime Minister Modi to join the peace board just last week rather, and the situation emerging in Europe, the overall turmoil in global economy because of the Trump tariffs. So I think there is a lot to talk about. The fact that India invited UAE as a special guest during G20, and then the momentum that's there, all that going to be coming into play as the two leaders meet for delegation level talks in a while from now. They would be heading from the Delhi airport, where Prime Minister received the leader, straight to Hyderabad House for those talks, and then onwards.
Yes, of course, there is a global churn that's taking place, and you also have a volatile situation in Middle East, and amidst that backdrop, we're looking at a UAE president arriving in New Delhi and receiving a warm welcome with